Hello and welcome to my first video talking about Sonic Frontiers, and I will talk about my own playthrough of the Sonic Frontiers demo. Also, we're going to talk about the Cyberspace Stages. I've seen all of them in person while waiting in the waiting line for Sonic Frontiers, and I've recorded a bunch of them. And for the last part, I will give you some answers of your questions you gave me on Twitter and on Discord. Oh, and also we're gonna watch the Ttitan boss fight I've recorded too. Alright, so here we are at my playthrough of the demo. Somebody was so kind and uploaded my playthrough of the demo and also gave me credits, of course. That's good, even though I had to like tell him he should give me credits, but that's okay. So alright, let's jump right into the gameplay. So first of all, I've selected difficulty normal. There was easy and hard too, but I was just gonna try normal to like still enjoy the game and have a little bit of difficulty. So I've skipped the first cutscene so I could like play more the game, because I only have 15 minutes to play the game, and I thought I could save time when I just skipped the cutscene because everybody saw it on Twitter already. Alright, just some options, tutorial, camera. And right here is the Green Hill Cyberspace portal, but I didn't go into because everybody saw it already, and so I could like, everybody saw it already, so I could like not waste my time just playing to that level. So right here I've done the drop dash. You have to jump, then double jump, and then hold A to make a drop dash. I don't know why it just can't without the double jump, but the drop dash is really good. You get an insane amount of acceleration, and I really like that. Oh yeah, right. I did the bounce. So if you jump and hold B, Sonic will bounce again, and then you just keep holding B, and he does it like 3 times, and at the last stomp, he just doesn't. Right here, he does an electro shock. I think that shocks enemies. I didn't test it out though. Here's just a normal puzzle. You just jump on the buttons and they will activate. Here I've unlocked the minimap. You can see all stats on the top left, and everything is at level 1 because it's just a new game of the demo. And you can see many things here, like here's the ninja boss, and I don't know what these hard things are, but I'm sure it has something to do with Amy. And here's the cyberspace portal too. That little seed is the seed of strength. So you give these seeds to the elders and you gain more strength. So that is the tutorial screen. You can play it while loading to Cyberspace Stages or loading into anything else. It's just every time there when you like load into something. So right here I just have to like easily homing attack these guys. Then I went just up here, collect that 1 heart. I still don't know what it does, but here I get a little cutscene of these little warriors spawning in and wanting to fight me. I've easily defeated them with a homing attack again. Then I wanted to go down there because I thought there will be something very special, but there wasn't. So I just went up again. Okay, so right here is the ninja boss, and it was not hard to defeat him. I just smashed a little bit of the X button, counter-attacked him, and then defeated him. It was a little cut up, I don't know why, but I think that's alright. Here I've unlocked the gate. And I've collected a gear that's like a wheel, and you use it to enter the cyberspace stages. I don't know if you always use 2, but what I've seen so far you always use 2 of these gears to enter cyberspace stages. Alright, so here is a little puzzle. It's actually not that hard to do. You just have to spin the statue into the right angle, and then you completed the puzzle. Alright, so now something really important comes, the skill tree. So at first we have the side loop. You just hold Y and there will be a side loop trail behind you while you walk, and you can like use it to make circles and deal damage to enemies. The phantom rush is just repeatedly pressing X and you just deal damage like normally you just punch. So here's Sonic Boom. You just hold Alt LT while mid in combo, and he will do a Sonic Boom. And by the way, all of these others skills, I haven't used them because I couldn't unlock them from the time I had. Here's Wild Rush. Just press L, LB and RB and Y, and it just does that rush thing into the enemy. So here's just the auto combo. Then the homing shot, press RT and then B, and it just spawns in many of Sonic's ball forms and just throw it at the enemy. Here's the spin slash, press A during a combo and he will just spin around the enemy and deals damage. Here's a recover smash, just press A when the prompt appears and Sonic will back up and attack. Here's the loop kick, just press RT and B mid-air. Stomp attack, just stomp normally on the enemy. I don't know why it does a skill, but you can just do it normally, I don't know why. And for the last swing, just a quick side loop. You just press Y during combo and he will do a quick side loop around the enemy. And air tricks. When you're in air, just move LR mid-air to do some tricks and gain some extra points and XP. So here's the first time I'm using side loop. I just immediately used them to defeat or just burn out all these flames. And here is the seed of life or speed. I don't know what it was again, but one of these, I know. So we have unlocked more of the map, and here we can see the Chaos Emerald, another cyber stage level, and another boss right here. I was curious to destroy the box, but there's just 10 rings or 20 rings in the boxes, so I think in every box there's just rings you get. Alright, so here I have to use the side loop for a combo. That's just being a little bit tutorial and easily defeat them. When I'm not using side loop, I can just one hit them, but when I'm using side loop, they like get knocked down. I have to hit them 3 times or something till they get defeated. I don't know why. Here I did a little drop dash again. It works perfectly. That was kind of weird. I just got launched off the wall onto the left. There was a little bug, but I don't think that's a big deal. Alright, here is the first cyberspace stage I will enter. I have to use my portal gear I've obtained from the ninja boss fight, but I only had one, so I have to defeat the tower boss. So the best you can do to defeat the tower boss is just to side loop around him, and it will just instantly kill one of the tower layers. Then I've hit him with just simple combos, dodging, and trying to defeat him as quickly as possible to get as much time as I can. Here another quick side loop. For some reason I got knocked off and didn't lose any rings. I don't know why, but I don't think if you get that much harm to just get knocked away if it's not a direct hit. And that's it with the Tara boss. Pretty easy bosses so far. Here's the last gear I get to enter the cyberspace stage. Alright, so now I'm trying to explore the area and find a way to like not do the cyberspace stage and die, but just falling off. That is the try again screen. It looks better than the Forces one, and I think it's pretty cool. Here was a little treasure I obtained by just normally side looping around it. And gained many hearts. I still don't know what they're for, but I think it could be Amy's memory tokens, but I'm not sure. Alright, now I'm heading to the cyberspace stage because I came to the conclusion I have to play it. So now I'm entering cyberspace. Here was a little cutscene where someone just pressed the button, but I skipped it again to save some time. I've already spoke about that. Here's a little training area you can do while the game loads. And when the game is finished loading, you just press the select button on the Xbox controller. Alright, so here we are in Sky Sanctuary. So first of all, I want to talk about the music. The music has vocals. For some reason, the audio was pretty low. I don't really know why, but I still could hear the music. So it was like an upbeat music with vocals, but not as annoying vocals like in the other Avatar stages and Forces. So it's like, it gave me Sonic Boom vibes from Sonic CD, but a little more upbeat and less vocal. Alright, so here I'm speeding through the level. What is very interesting is that Sonic is for some reason a bit slower in the cyberspace sections. I don't really know why, but I think you can change it in the options, the max speed of Sonic. I don't know if it's separated for cyberspace and open zone though. And you can kind of see it's a little bit of rip-off of Windmill Eye from level design wise, but I don't really mind it because you have so much to do in the open zones that the cyberspace stages feel like a little bit of special stages you just blast through, which is fine to me. I like it. I think it's very fine. If you compare it to Sonic Forces where you only had these short levels, it's way better. So here are the missions you have to do to like completely get all vault keys. For each mission you get one vault key, and I think for the S rank you get one too. I've completed 3 missions, so I got 3 vault keys. Alright, back in the open zone area, I got 3 vault keys. He was playing a little animation where he just obtained the 3 vault keys. I skipped it to save a bit of time again. And it shows the first blue Chaos Emerald. And that cutscene, the bridges get restored because I've beaten the Sky Sanctuary cyberspace level. And with that bridge restored, I've completed the tutorial area. So that all was basically a tutorial area. Here I found some cocos. You just run into them and collect them. They just strengthen me. You can give them to the elders. And here am I collecting the first emerald. He's just like, give it to me. Using vault keys to unlock chaos emeralds. I don't know if you have to use always 2 vault keys. But I think it will add 1 vault key per emerald. So like for the next one I have to use 3, for the third one I have to use 4, and so on. Alright, so now we are actually on the main island. Here's just a little cutscene showing the island. Congratulations, we beaten the tutorial. Search for friends. Here's just a little puzzle I did. You just have to homing attack these torches. Boom, and you got some rails and unlocked more of the minimap. And also got a seed of speed or life. I don't know. I still don't know. I forgot. Sorry. You can also use map markers, but I haven't done it. So here's another cyberspace stage I really wanted to enter, but spoiler alert, I couldn't because I choked on the Azura boss. But here we are fighting the Azura boss. So what you basically do, you just run up the arm, you just get boosted up, and then each attack these 3 spines on Azura. Boom, float away to the next one. Gave him a little combo. And then the first arm was destroyed and I got kicked off. And I have to do that with every other arm. And for every other arm, it gets harder to get up. And it activates more defense. Now there's a little barrier. And after defeating that arm, there will be an area around the spike and 1 ball cycling around the spike, which tries to like deal you damage. You can see right there. Alright, so here's the problem. I lost rings, got rings again, and fell off. After making my way back up there, I actually died. I wasn't supposed to die, but like I had to hit 1 hit and I thought I beat him already, and I looked away and I was like, try again. Yeah, that was pretty disappointing. So that's why we couldn't get to the cyberspace stage. I'm sorry. I think that one on that island would have been the chemical plant one. I really wish I could have played it. Here I'm trying to kill it again, but spoiler alert, I choked again and couldn't defeat Azura. So what I did instead is just I didn't care about Azura anymore and just wanted to explore the island a little more because I know I had not much time left. So I've just done that little puzzle where Ein actually choked on that because they were actually bad. Here revealing again more of the map and got a seed of strength again. Here is a little marker of Amy. I went straight up to Amy then, and there was a little cutscene where Sonic said, "Amy, is that you?"
Amy, is that you?
From the trailer you've heard already. And that was the whole cutscene. And that was it for the demo, sadly. But I think I showed pretty much a good amount of stuff you can do on the demo. I'm still sorry that I couldn't get to the 3rd cyberspace level, but that's actually not too bad because I have actually recorded 4 other cyberspace stages while waiting in the line, and we are going to watch them right now. So Beats showed off every cyberspace stage we have seen so far. At first we got Green Hill Zone, which is actually just a rip-off Windmill Isle. Act 1, for those who have played Unleashed, you should just check out Act 1 of Windmill Isle and compare it to them, because it's really similar. But most of you have seen it so far. Sky Sanctuary Zone we have seen on my gameplay, and I have recorded, that's my recording by the way, I recorded a lady playing the Speed Highway stage in 2D. It was not the 3D one, it was only the 2D one. Sadly, I really wished to see the 2D one. Luckily, Beat stabilized it because it was kind of hard to record it from in the line, and I had to put my phone pretty much really high in the air, but thanks of stabilizing, we could clearly see what she is doing. So you just run around these things and just easily beat the level. The level is like 1 minute long, like every other level we will see. Here you just have to do some precise jumps, a little loop, and we are almost at the finish line. You can defeat those tanks, get up there, and right here is the goal actually. Nothing else here, then rings, and boom, went into the goal. So the next one is Chemical Plant Zone, also recorded by me. There was another recording way better than mine, but I think that is enough to see what is going on there. So this Cyberspace stage is actually a completely rip-off the Chemical Plant Act 2 of Generations. I like the design more because it's like more colorful and it looks cooler, but in comparison to the original stage, it's like almost the same stage, but only main 3D, so no 2D sections right here. You just run up and get on the rail again. So it's just Act 2, but all 2D sections have been cut off. You run again on these paths. Here's something new, but it's actually not that new. You just defeat some enemies here, dodge these blue slimy things, collect that metal ring, boom, boom, and we are on the finish line, I think. Yeah, so that is basically just Act 1, Act 2 of Generations without any of the 2D sections, which is sad, but it's kind of fine to be honest. So now that is also recorded by me. I was far away from the waiting line, so I had to like zoom in, and it's hard to see what is going on there, but we can see here Sunset Green Hill Zone, what is again sadly a rip of Act 2 of Sonic Generations without the 2D sections again. Here you just get on the grinding rail again, boom, do the little loop, similar like in Generations. Then you go on these rails again, which are similar to these from the cave section in Sonic Generations. Boom, so now here at the bridge, similar to the one from Sonic Generations, grind these rails up, jump over here, and we're at the finish. So right here we just have an alternative run of the Speed Highway level we have seen before, but with a little twist. We get to see a cutscene where it shows Eggman being stranded on Cyberspace 2. You can't really read what's standing there though. Alright, so that's it for the Cyberspace Stages, and we will react to the Titan boss I have recorded. Almost perfect, because I was right next to the guy who was playing it. Alright, here's my profile, by the way. If you haven't followed, please follow my Twitter, because I have posted so many things about the Gamescom and Sonic Frontiers. Here's all the gameplay I've posted. Alright, so right here we have the Titan boss. There was a guy always, I don't know, moving around, getting my way, but that's not, he didn't do that too much. So in that cutscene we can see Sage and the big colossal Titan. Sonic is reacting really impressed. Sage teleporting to Sonic, saying that he should leave the island immediately, but Sonic just saying, "Where'd you come from? Are you trapped too?" And she says only do not approach the Titan, and he calls Sage just, "Sorry kid, I have to do some work." If he only knows. Oh, I think Sage is actually controlling the Titan. So here Sonic is approaching to the Titan, which is going to a battle scene where you can actually fight the boss, but not too much. You just have to hit the rocks and go for the head of the really creepy Titan with a lot of eyes. At every hit the camera angle just switches for some reason. And right here Sonic get absolutely bodied by the Titan. And Sonic falls down, dies, and the game ends. Yeah, and I haven't recorded what happened after that, but Sonic just wakes up and is a little bit dizzy, but then starts running again and pretends like nothing ever happened. Alright guys, so here we are at the Q&A. You guys have asked me questions on Twitter and Discord, like I've said before, and the first question comes from Hatcher the Great. How did Sonic feel when moving around the environment? So what I can tell is Sonic felt amazing. Like, you had full control of him. Imagine like Sonic 06, but way smoother and better. But you have these tight angle turns. So it felt very good to play as Sonic. That is actually one of my favorite questions. Here Salty Seals asked, how was Roger's performance as Sonic from the cutscene you saw? Was the voice different to how he sounded in previous games or similar to how he sounded before? So I've only heard him like in these specific cutscenes, but Roger Craig Smith is like never ever like you have ever heard him before. He has a more deeper tone and a more serious tone, and not like that, "Hey, I'm Sonic, yeah." You know what I mean? And I think that fits him way more. And I knew with good writing, Roger could perform. Alright, the next question from Sonic32, let's go Sonic Frontiers. Did it have the 3 standard difficulties? I've already said that. Yes, it had 3 difficulties: easy, normal, and hard mode. Second, did you find the world boring? Absolutely not. I found it very interesting and fun to play around, because there's always something you have to do and you can do, and you just walk or run with Sonic around and do some puzzles, find some paths, so it's absolutely not boring. Is the combat good? So I've only used Psyloop and could only like punch because I haven't unlocked the other skills. But even though I've only had those 2 skills, it was really fun to play. You just smash these the X button and dodge the enemy's attacks, and that was really fun, especially when you do like a perfect dodge and you go behind the enemy and just straight up body him. How's the music in the open world zone? Is it just basic piano stuff or is there more at points? So when I just normally ran around, I don't know if it's only on the tutorial area, but in the tutorial area I haven't heard any music at all. But I think when we get normally on the island, there will be the piano music we have heard in the trailers before. The only themes I've heard was Sky Sanctuary, but we have already talked about that. And for the Azura boss, it was like in technology like boss music. It was really interesting. It was completely new music. It was completely like they've never done that before, and I really like it. I really like that new style of music. Alright, next question from Chaos X. I guess a legitimate question would be, how long does it take for a full day to cycle around in the game? So in my gameplay you haven't seen the cycle of day and night, but in the waiting line from the lady who bugged out in the game so she could literally play the whole island, it was like it took like 30 minutes or something to like get that night, and then when the sunset was rising, it was the pink flare we have seen in the trailer before, and it really looked really good. Wow, these graphics are amazing. Next question from NG. Did you get to play the fishing minigame? Sadly, I couldn't play the fishing minigame, but I have seen somebody playing it and it looked like just normal fishing but advanced. Sorry I couldn't record it. And there's one screenshot of Sonic and Big interacting on Twitter somewhere. I'm gonna just... And here's another question from Hoodie Bob. What do you think of Sonic's physics on the cyberspace level? Because by the look of it, it felt like it was broken up some better or not than the Forces one. So I'm just gonna talk about cyberspace in general. I like it more that you have more freedom in these linear stages. It's still linear stages, just like in Forces, but you have more freedom to control Sonic. He moves a little bit slower in the cyberspace stages than in the open zone, but I think you can change that or in the config menu, but I'm not sure. Alright, the last question comes from Luke Station. How often did you get stopped to see a tutorial or mini animation camera pan? I didn't really get stopped, only once. You have seen that in my gameplay, but it's completely optional. When you unlock a new move, you can just press down on the D-pad. It shows on the top right, there will be like a sign. I can just show right here where you can just push down the D-pad and you can go into a tutorial. And for the second question, how much does the restrict movement during a monologue option change about it? I actually didn't test it out. I wasn't really much in the settings, so sadly, and sorry that I disappoint you, I couldn't actually test it out. Alright, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like then and subscribe to the channel. There's nothing more to say then. Peace out. Also, here's a picture of me and Sonic.